What's happening? Nick Martinez here, and I've been talking to people a lot lately about plateaus, whether it be a plateau in your health, in your relationships, or even in business, and talking about how to break through those plateaus, how to really kind of get to where you want to go. And it's honestly a really simple process. Most people just get frustrated before they even get through the process, or they don't follow the process. So I've got 3 simple steps to busting through your plateau. Busting through it, right? Here we go. Number 1 is have a vision for the future. And there's something that this vision has to be. It has to be compelling. Okay, so if you don't have a vision for where you're going to go, any road will get you there, right? If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you. If you don't know exactly what you want out of business, out of life, you're not going to get there, right? Because you don't have a direction to go. You don't have a direction to follow. Most of us set these loose goals. Oh, I'd like to be a millionaire. Oh, I'd like to do this. And you never actually figure out specifically where you want to be and how you want your life to look in the future. So what is your compelling vision? What's your compelling vision for your life a couple years down the road? What's your compelling vision for your life 5 years in the future? Think about that. Write it down. Get clear on it. Whether it's the body, what's the vision for your body a year from now from a health standpoint? What's the vision for your relationships, your finances, whatever it is? Write this out. Get real, get granular with this. Visit it every day. Read it out loud to yourself. Start to spend time focusing on the vision for where you want to be. That's step number 1. This part, honestly, is the easiest to do, right? It's also the easiest not to do. It's the one that most people will skip. Most people won't actually do it. They'll just skip to step number 2 and skip step number 3, and they'll forget this part. And this is the key, definitely one of the keys to success in creating the momentum to bust through your plateaus. All right, number 2. Number 2 is take massive action. All right, now a word to really note here is this word massive, right? Let me ask you, if you're at a plateau, how's your activity level been in the last month, the last 60 days, the last 90 days? Maybe it's the last 6 months. Where's your personal activity? If this is business, your personal level of activity within your business, especially if you're in direct sales or network marketing, needs to be absolutely grinding, right? You need to be making phone calls. You need to be prospecting. You need to be talking to people on a daily basis, doing income generating activities today, tomorrow, every second of the day. It needs to be massive. This activity is going to follow what your vision is. You're going to know, okay, this is what I need to do in order to achieve this goal. If it's health, boom, you need to be learning about the lifestyle you're living. I live the keto lifestyle. You need to be learning, and hence all of the books that I have on keto, on high-fat eating, right? I've delved into that. If your business is direct sales, network marketing like mine is, I've gotten books on that, and I've really, really gotten very specific. This is what I need to do to be successful. This is how I'm going to take my daily activity and really focus on the activities that matter in order to achieve my goal. So massive action. I'm guessing if you're in a plateau right now, you might be doing some activity, but the activity or the action just a few days ago, a few weeks, maybe a few months ago was probably low. Or if you're leading an organization, it probably was low in that organization a little bit back. And that's what's causing that plateau today. So massive action. Maybe you need to start taking massive action. Maybe you need to continue, or maybe you need to get back into massive action. And number 3, this one's important, is stay the course. All right, I love this one. I think this, again, is one of the most important steps of the 3 steps. They're all important if you haven't figured that out. But staying the course, what does that mean? It means staying the course by reading your vision every day, saying it out loud. Staying the course by taking massive action consistently. Staying the course by just being in the grind and doing it, right? I've been building businesses for 8 years. Well, guess what? 6 of those 8, actually 6.5 of those 8, 7 of those 8, I did not have massive success, right? But I had a compelling vision for my future. I knew where I wanted to go. I knew where I was going to be. in 5, 10 years down the road. I didn't know exactly how I was going to get there. I maybe didn't even have all the skills, right? I started taking massive action, and sometimes I had to figure that massive action out. I had to go find different opportunities. I had to seek, right? Seek and you shall find. And I just kept doing it. Now, I could have easily quit after year 1 because I had a lot of people. I used to be an airline pilot, right? And I had a lot of people that I was flying with saying, Nick, what's your little silly side business now? What are you doing now? You know, they'd always love to talk and kind of joke about it. They were heading down this path of being professional airline pilots. There's nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't for me. That was a finite life, and I wanted to live life infinitely, right? So I kept going. I kept taking massive action. I kept expanding the vision for my future, and I stayed the course even when I shouldn't have, right? There was a time just a couple of years ago, just over 2 years ago, where I was really debating, well, maybe I should be just a professional pilot my whole life. Maybe I should let this entrepreneurship stuff go because, hey, there's a sure paycheck right here, and there's a pretty decent life and a decent paycheck. But I knew that my vision was much larger than that. I knew I could go somewhere else and not just stay where I was at and live on this train track that's just going one direction. I had more in me. So I kept taking the massive action. I stayed the course, and guess what happened? It all started to come together, right? And I was able to quit my job. My wife was able to quit her job. We now pretty much live the life of our dreams. It's totally different. But here's what's happened, right? We've come like this, and we've gotten to a point here where we're really, really, really comfortable living an amazing life. Now, do I want to stay there? Absolutely not. I want to go this way and live an even better life. But in order to get to that spot, guess what I have to do? I have to apply these things again, right? So we've achieved my vision. I need to create a bigger, more compelling vision for my future. And then I need to take the massive action that I know is required to get there and then stay the course until it does. So hopefully this makes sense to you. Hopefully you get that it's an ongoing process. Life is like this. Life is not just like this, right? In fact, sometimes it goes like this and it goes like this. As long as you're going in this direction and your ups and downs are like this, okay, ups and downs are going to happen. Okay, you're going to have this. But if you continue to do these 3 things, it's always going to be going in the direction that you want. Even though you might have a little bit of a low or a plateau or even a little bit of a pullback, you know how to get out of it. So keep it simple, keep it fun, have an awesome day. From Nick Martinez, we'll talk to you soon.